Now I'd like to call on a trainer who was a former jumps jockey who had an impressive career over the jumps. He turned his hand to training. He's won the last 2 VRC Oaks. He's one of the Emerald's favourite sons. This is Brent Thompson. Ciaron Maher. Everyone welcome Ciaron. Oh, Ciaron, nice to see you. Let's talk about 3-year-old filly, one of the dream horses, 3-year-old filly called Dynamite. What can you tell us about her?
Yeah, she's a horse that's improved, it's grown a lot since it's come into my stable. Didn't know, obviously quite raw and, it's a very leggy filly. She's really developed that last campaign and went from sort of no idea to trialling out nicely, winning a trial, but she just started to feel her shins a little bit and thought she just needed a break, but seems to have really done well on the break and come back in. She's just rolling along now, doing a bit of pace work and striding down. She's running up in about 25 seconds the last furlong, so she's still a couple of weeks off a jump out, but very happy with how she's going, and I think she, with improvement off her last campaign, I think she should break her maiden fairly early in her career.
Well, she's closely related to Zizou and also who ran second in the Golden Slipper, and not a single doubt it was a speed horse. Doesn't show that acceleration like those two.
I don't think she's I think she's probably probably more a seven furlong horse out to a mile, but big strong scopy horse. I think will just keep improving each preparation into its 3-year-old.
Let's talk about Sebring filly Ruby C.
She's as with all the Sebrings, they don't tend, well, in my experience, the ones I've had, they don't tend to show a lot on the track, and they tend to be more race day horses. I've had a couple through. I haven't had a heap of them, but I've had probably 5 or something like that through. This horse seems to be the same. She just went back out to Pakenham. I thought she just needed to freshen up. She was in our Caulfield stable. Just gone out to Pakenham for a freshen up out there for a couple of weeks, and she'll probably have another easy couple of weeks. Then bring her back in, and hopefully we'll get into a trial in probably 6 weeks, 8 weeks time.
Well, tell us about the colt by Denman, out of the same family as Capitalist, who of course won the Golden Slipper this year.
Yeah, he's a lovely colt. I think he's going to be quite early. He seems to be strong. His action's good. He's not too far to jump out and be able this week or next week. He's been going through the barriers each Friday, as they all do, all the babies, and the penny hasn't quite dropped with him yet, but he's certainly got the frame and the action to be a 2-year-old. So yeah, quite excited about it.
That's what we'd like to see.
Well, with 2-year-olds, they're sort of week to week. They have to keep making taking the steps and remaining sound, and be handling it both physically and mentally. He seems to be quite good in all those areas. So he'll have a jump out, either this week or next week, and we'll just assess him on that. And if he needs another one, or if he's off to the races, if he's got enough ability, we'll assess him as we go along.
You've got a 2-year-old filly out of the Solid Charged and the Causeway Queen family. What's she showing you at the moment, the 2-year-old filly?
Sorry.
Jockey managers.
Hinchinbrook.
Hinchinbrook, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Hinchinbrook has just been through, just gone out to the paddock. She's been in basically just to get to know the run of the place, the routine, and give her a couple of little strides along, and she just was starting to feel the effects. Just needs to go out, get the spring on her, grow and mature. Certainly does everything right, and has got a great attitude for it. And next time around we'll get a bit more of a guide on her.
Well, let's talk about some of your superstars well, especially yesterday with Jamaica winning the naturalism so easily. Now, what is the plan from here? Is it 2 weeks' time into either the JRA or the Turnbull Stakes? Is that the natural sort of step towards the Caulfield Cup?
Yeah, we'll nominate her in both races, and yeah, there's 2 weeks into Caulfield Cup after that. So she's in great order. Fitness is really good. We've just sort of been playing around with her. She's been quite forward the whole preparation. Really, she carried a bit of fitness through from her autumn campaign. Yeah, I was rapt with her yesterday. You know, she just when she's able to stride forward, and she's got a lovely action. And when she's able to use that and sort of roll along, she seems to show her best. So yeah, it's pretty exciting times, and hopefully Lee doesn't work out that Rubik's Cube.
Well, she's got 51.5, so you must be ecstatic about the weight. And after yesterday, I'm told that the horse won't go up any more in weight. It'll stay at 51.5. I suppose she's eligible for a penalty if she won either the Turnbull or the JRA. Is there much pressure on you going into the Caulfield Cup with one of the favourites?
I suppose, you know, it's just what you put on yourself, I suppose. Not really. You just try and have your horse in the best shape, and you know, with her in her last, like in her spring campaign, in her autumn campaign, she you don't have to do a lot with her, and she naturally improves on the back of each run. The races tend to bring her on, and yeah, you don't have to really do a lot with her. She's a pretty straightforward horse, so hopefully it is straightforward, and she can keep going her winning way.
And the owners, they don't put pressure on you at all? I know some owners are pretty hard, but...
No, they're all pretty good. They're a great bunch actually, and some of them in there have been really long supporters of the stable, so it's great to get a good horse for them, and yeah, they're really good to be through that.
Well, another horse you've got that seems to be on the up and scored last week or 2 weeks ago at Flemington is Bonorum. I believe he's due to run this week in the Rupert Clark. Does it look like he's going to get a run with a rating of 95?
Yeah, he was very well ridden by your man. Great. I see him jump ship.
He didn't think the handicap would put the horse up 13 points. So these things happen. Anyway.
Yeah, he went from, I think, a rating 81 or 2 or something up to a 95. So, you know, he really must have rated the race fairly, well, the effort of the horse fairly highly.
Craig should have won by me.
Yeah, he probably should have. But that's sort of, it can be good, because then obviously you can get into a race like the Rupert Clark, go into that Group 1 level. But on the flip side, you know, he's probably jumped a grade 2 where, you know, he's probably gone, you know, skipped the open, really a race really. So I suppose if he wins the Group 1, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. So hopefully we can knock you off.
What? By the way, Craig's on counter-attack. How far can you see this galloper going? Like, can he go over 1600 in top class company, do you think?
Well, I think at his rating and where he's at the moment, I think he's best placed in those handicap races. So, you know, if he runs well in the Toorak in that company, in the Rupert Clark in that company, natural progression would be to go to the Toorak over the mile. He's not sure if he runs a strong mile. Well, last time around he was a bit aggressive, and I think he's a bit more relaxed horse this time around. So probably got a better chance of running it. So depends on how we run next week in the Rupert Clark.
Any others we should look out for? I saw the colt yesterday that ran very well, Kaching. Any others that we should keep an eye on?
Yeah, Kaching is he's a lovely colt. He was off to freshen up yesterday, and he'll take a lot of improvement out of the run. So he'll probably go to the Stud Stakes at the Valley, and yeah, it's his first campaign, so he's I don't know how deep he'll go, but yeah, nice horse. We've got a couple of horses sort of heading for the Derby maybe. They've got a horse called Beach Life, which is a Hinchinbrook, big strong horse, and had one run back in. Yeah, he'll progress on through maybe a UCI stakes, a Caulfield stakes, maybe if he's staying well and ticking the boxes, he'll end up there.
Any questions?
I've got a couple of mates in True Candy. Is that coming on again?
No, she's been retired,
She has been
unfortunately.
retired.
Yeah, I think she's going off to see Spitzer.
Oh, right.
So,
What were your instructions on the machine yesterday?
just falling asleep out the back and just open. No, Nick rides work for the stable and he knew the horse was a bit soft in condition, so we had to ride him quietly. Fortunately enough, they really ran along in that race and yeah, you can see he probably peaked the last 50. He looked like he was probably quick enough, good enough to win the race, but probably just peaked on his run. So hopefully he should improve and step him up, and he hopefully get the money.
Well, Wes Hunter asked that question, and I believe, well, I've been told that he set Jamaica's career on the path it's on now.
Yeah.
He was the first trainer, was it?
Yeah, I sent Jamaica down to Les and just for a couple of weeks for a bit of a freshen up, and yeah, he did remind me when I walked in the door that he's in because of his doing down there. Yeah.
Anyone else?
What shampoo do you use?
What shampoo?
Whatever's there in the shop.
Thank you, Ciaron Maher.